different from the regular VMware server that most people think about. With the dedicated virtualization approach, what you do is you get rid of the host operating system. So here is the host operating system. I put a big red X through it to show you that that's gone. You run the virtualization software right on top of your hardware. There is no host operating system to worry about. Now, because of how this works, you get much greater performance out of these virtual machines. However, the hardware that you're running this virtualization software on, VMware ESX, must be compatible. So these two must be compatible. You can't just run VMware ESX on a laptop or any old PC. You have to have a server, and that server has to be compatible with VMware ESX server. So obviously you're going to spend more money to get that server class machine, but you're going to get greater performance. And because you're doing that, you might be able to run much higher and more powerful applications inside your virtualization software. So a third approach I want to mention is hardware-based or hardware-assisted virtualization. This is really similar to the first approach we talked about, the typical VMware server approach. However, with hardware-assisted virtualization, the processor that's inside the hardware, the CPU, is aware of virtualization. And both Intel and AMD have processors out that are aware of this, and these are called the Intel Virtualization Technology, or Intel VT, and the AMD virtualization processor, the AMD-V. These are on Xeon or Opteron processors, and these technologies open the door for more applications to be virtualized because they reduce some of the virtualization overhead. These are relatively new, and they're only supported in the latest and greatest version of Microsoft Virtual Server. But these are some of the things that are coming out new. They're on all the latest servers that are out. And if you're serious about running a number of production servers on a virtual server, that's something you want to be aware of. So it's really the same as the first approach up here we talked about, but the hardware is aware, and that's why I called it the hardware-based or hardware-assisted virtualization. All right, so we learned what is virtualization, and now let's talk about some different uses for virtualization. First off, I want to mention a fact. Research firm IDC estimates that about 750,000 virtual servers were in operation in 2004, and this is expected to rise by more than 5 million rise to more than 5 million by 2009. This is a compound annual